Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello, and welcome to Let's Play Oblivion. Again, for the third time now. If you're new here to this channel, and you're just watching this for the first time, I've done a couple of Oblivion playthroughs in the past, neither of which were very long though, because the game tends to, when you mod it, it tends to break. It'll probably happen again with this series, but let's hope not. Welcome back to Let's Play Oblivion to the rest of you. I know a lot of you have been wanting me to return to this game for a while, and I've wanted to return to it for a while. My channel was kind of built on Oblivion, really. It's the game that put my channel on the map, so to speak, really. And it's pretty cool to return to it, frankly. I'm looking forward to playing this. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, it's modded to buggery, so that's good. There is actually supposed to be a different background menu video thing playing, but it's not for some reason. Oh, I know why. Never mind, that doesn't matter right now anyway, so... yeah, welcome back to Let's Play Oblivion. It's modded. The complete list of mods will be down below in the description of the video, as always. If you want to check that out, I will try and list them all in load order as well, although I use Boss to sort it all for me, so no weird chicanery going on there. Boss and not whatever the new one is, because I found that Boss works better for Oblivion, because Oblivion's old. This game is old now. Most of the mods for it are old as well. Like, most of the mods I have installed for this game are probably over 10 years old now, at least. Which means they're not particularly well supported, and I expect this to be possibly a bit of a glitchy playthrough in places. It's Oblivion. What are you going to do? You know, you just got to deal with it. So, the main mods I've got installed, though, the big three: Oscuro's Oblivion Overhaul, oldie but goodie. Can't play the game without it. Likewise, Unique Landscapes makes the actual overworld way more interesting than it is in vanilla. Again, can't play without it. And the third one is Better Cities, which completely overhauls and makes bigger and better for modern machines. All the cities in the game, as the title would suggest. As for all the other stuff, can't remember off the top of my head. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. I told myself I'd keep the mod set up pretty simple this time, and then I didn't, because I'm like a child in a candy store, so to speak. When it comes to mods, I want that one, and I want that one, and I want that one. But I've pretty rigorously tested this over the last couple of weeks, and it seems to be good. So, yeah. So what character are we going to play? What are we going to do in the Let's Play? Well, I'm hoping that will kind of write itself as we go along. But as far as the character's concerned, I've actually made a little intro cinematic-y type thing that you're going to see in a minute. And believe me, it was a bastard to put together. It really was. It took me flipping forever for something that's about 6 minutes long. But hopefully you'll enjoy it, and it'll give you all the background information you need about the character I'm playing. So I'll let that speak for itself. Is there anything else I need to say? Or should I just shut up and get on with it? I should probably just shut up and get on with it, shouldn't I? Anyway, as I said, mods list down below. Won't be links because I'm too lazy to put them in there. Just Google it. Likewise, I can't help you with technical support, to be honest with you. I'm a complete Luddite. The Philistine, if you like, when it comes to modding Elder Scrolls games. You'd think I would have picked up some useful tips by now, but no. All I can tell you is that the mod manager I used is Rybash, because apparently that's the best one to use with Oblivion, so I'm using that. So yeah, let's get on with it. New game! Yes. You just watch it crash now after all this. Our story begins long ago in the land of High Rock, home of the Bretons. High Rock is a land ruled still today by the Empire, but is broken into a number of petty kingdoms. This tale starts in one such place, the kingdom of Daggerfall. At this time, Daggerfall was ruled by King Gothrid, still new to the throne and haunted both figuratively and literally by his predecessor, King Lysandus. Gothrid was not well loved by the people. Crime, corruption, and unrest were widespread throughout his lands, but nevertheless he inherited one of the most powerful kingdoms of the region, and one of the wealthiest, and people flocked in their thousands to Daggerfall hoping to make their fortunes. One day, a boy came to Daggerfall, with his mother and father who aimed to do just that. The boy's name was Arthur, and his father was a chef who came to the city to open his own cookhouse. The King's Kitchen, it was called. But the father had long claimed lineage from one of the past ruling dynasties of the kingdom, Nobody believed him, of course, and perhaps he was lying, but it got people talking. Young Arthur did not appreciate this all too much. He worked in the kitchens and out selling food for the family, but sadly he found himself the target of ridicule from his peers, who would jeer and call him Arthur, King of the Bretons, even as they kicked him on the floor and stole his earnings for the day. Arthur's life changed forever, though, one night in the winter of 421. And then came to his father's house, armed with axes and blades. Arthur didn't know why they were here, but his father clearly did, as he told his wife and child to hide. The door was opened, words were exchanged, and an axe clove through the father's skull even as the boy watched. Next, they came for his mother. As the thugs raped her, young Arthur went running for the guards, only to find they were already outside, waiting their turn. In the years that followed, Arthur grew from an orphan street urchin to become a troubled young man, forever falling in with the wrong crowd and embracing a life of crime, for any respect he once had for the Empire's rule of law was thoroughly shattered. He worked for and with various gangs across the city, spent some time in prison, and along the way picked up a number of skills and talents that served him well as he repeatedly ran afoul of the law. One day, though, as it does with all thieves, his luck ran out. After a job gone wrong, Arthur found himself cornered like a rat by the city watch. As a crowd gathered to watch the spectacle, he found himself offering a prayer to the gods for help. And to his surprise more than anyone else's, they delivered. A man stepped forth from the crowd to stand between him and the guardsman, who seemed ready to stick a spear in young Arthur and be done with it. He was well-dressed, wealthy, and there was something about his face that Arthur found strangely familiar, though he couldn't exactly say why. The guards, upon seeing the man, stood down, and instead of gutting the young thief in the street, agreed to arrest him and send him to jail instead. When Arthur appeared once again before the magistrate, the man who saved his life was there in the courtroom, arguing passionately for Arthur to be spared the headsman's axe. In the end, his arguments proved persuasive, and the court ruled that Arthur should be loaded upon the next prison ship bound for the Imperial city's dungeons, instead of a public execution. As Arthur was dragged from the court by the guards, he looked at the man's face and finally recognized him. It was one of the thugs that was present when his parents were murdered. Grown old and rich from his exploits, he looked quite different, but once the penny had dropped, there was no mistaking him. Arthur couldn't say why the man had helped him. Was it remorse after all these years? Guilt? Some other ulterior motive? He couldn't say, and he would never find out. The next day he was taken to the ship, thrown into the hold with the other prisoners, and began the long trip around the continent to the Imperial city, where he was finally thrown into the dungeons to rot for the rest of his days. Or at least, that's what would have happened had fate not intervened.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
Boom! What an intro, eh? I mean, not my one. I'm not that self-aggrandizing, but the standard Oblivion one with Patrick Stewart. Does anyone else miss the days when Elder Scrolls games had cutscenes in them? Because I do. I really do. They're awesome. Long-time viewers of this channel will know that I try to make up for that a bit with my playthroughs. But at the end of the day, it's pretty difficult to beat Patrick Stewart reading some of the most memorable lines in, well, I'd say Elder Scrolls history, but also probably gaming history in general, to be honest with you. From a young age, when I first got this game, the line, "It is the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life," that is seared into my brain forevermore. I love it. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Well, I won't shut up, but I'll move on. So, this is not what Arthur looks like. You may have been introduced... Well, assuming you didn't skip it, I hope it wasn't that bad you felt the need to skip it, but assuming you watched the intro thing I did, you'll know that our character today is going to be Arthur, but he doesn't look like this. He is a Breton. Now, I should get this right out of the gate now. Bretons do not make particularly good thief characters. No. You probably want to play a Khajiit, don't you? Or a Wood Elf, or maybe a push an Imperial. If you want to be a thief normally, if you're power gaming it, but I'm not. If you're new to this, I try and roleplay my playthroughs of the Elder Scrolls games. Within certain limits, but I try to roleplay it. For some reason, when I play Oblivion, I tend to do it more. I don't really know why. But I tend to do it more, and that means that stats and power gaming and all that kind of stuff is going to take a huge backseat to telling a story here, really, which is what is going to be going on. So if that's not your thing, you probably clicked off during the intro thing I made. So actually, who am I? I'm preaching to the choir here, aren't I, really? But anyway, feel it necessary to say anyway. I'm not going to be power gaming. I've played this game to death. There's no need to give me tips and things, and you should do this to be more efficient, and blah, 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 blah. There's no point. So, that means the game is going to be very slow-paced, extremely slow-paced, but seriously, I mean, you know, you've got to have some patience, probably, to watch this. I'm not joking. It could be, like, a good 20 episodes before I even leave the Imperial City. That's how slow we are talking, folks. So, again, if that ain't your thing, if you're looking for a speed run, you came to the wrong place, my friend. But nevertheless, yeah. See, I'm already. I've sat here talking for ages, and I've done nothing other than change his race. That slow paced, like I said. Yeah, get on with it. All right, sorry. So Arthur, he's much younger than that. He's a pretty young lad, actually. Is Arthur? He's a fully grown bloke now. I'd say probably late 20s, maybe early 30s at a push by this point. I would imagine. Actually, I tell you what. No, not research. Random! Find something that doesn't look too hideous that we can work with. I actually did the maths on this. His parents were murdered in 421, and I figured he was probably in his early teens when that happened, perhaps. Which would make him, I think, in about his 30s by this time, because it's 433 now. So I'm not really sure, though. And the game Daggerfall, Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall, took place in 405, I think? So, yeah. Since I mentioned that being about bit about King Lysander's ghost. Earlier in the intro, for those Elder Scrolls nerds out there, I did try and do the maths for this time. God, you know, some of these are really quite bad, aren't they? Sometimes it gives you stuff that looks reasonable that you can tweak to make it look a little bit less ridiculous. But right now, I'm not seeing much that's great. I might have to go away and come back when I've got something. You know what? I'm going to do that. Because there's nothing else that I've got to say at the minute. So, yeah. And there we go. Approximately, probably about 10 minutes later, I would imagine. After lots of fiddling and tweaking. We've got something that looks workable. He's still a potato face, like everybody else in this game. But he'll do. There he is. Young Arthur himself. Stuck in a dungeon. Probably feeling quite fed up and a little bit confused too, generally speaking, although he's going to be mostly exhausted and dehydrated and all the rest of it, both from being stuck in this cell and also from being stuck on that ship for so long. And here he is. He's been dumped in this cell, in a wing of the Imperial prison that apparently doesn't get visited by the guards very often, because he's thought about trying to break out by pickpocketing a guard as he walks past for his key, but guards don't really tend to come by very often here. Not the short time he's been here so far, anyway. This kind of seems to be the part of the prison where they check all the people they really, really don't care about. So, here he is, stuck in his cell. Kind of wondering if he wouldn't have been better off just executed, but hey. Nevertheless, here he is. And, yeah, what else is there to say about him, really? Not much, I suppose. Other than, yeah, he wants to get out of here. But, there doesn't seem to be many options. But wait. So his name's Arthur. That's what he looks like. Reasonably happy with him. Although, we could have the classic, you come out of the character creation screen, and then he suddenly looks hideous, because it's a weird perspective, but hey. Sure you want to be a Breton? Well, I mean, not really, because, you know, I mean, we have to be, because he's from Daggerfall and all that, but yeah, I mean, rubbish choice for a thief character, eh? But, great if you want to play a mage, of course. And Arthur does know a little bit of magic, he does. He knows a little bit of illusion magic. But we'll get to that later. Yep, we want to be a Breton. Great. Oh god, all sorts of mods and DLC and crap like that are going to initialize now, aren't they? Oh boy. Oh, and the tutorial stuff. Oh god, there you go. Spoilers at the top left there for the mods I might be playing in this playthrough. Thanks for that. I haven't even noticed, because it's night time now. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's night time outside. One of the mods does that. I think it's called All Natural. It's a lighting overhaul mod. There's a lot of other cool stuff besides, but yeah, it's actually night time. So you've got stars out there and moonlight coming in through the window, which is pretty cool. You've even got some Daggerfall music in the background as well, which is pretty cool. It's appropriate for this character, I guess. But anyway, here we are. I wonder if he's named the skull yet. Is he morbid enough to have a pet skull at this point, do you think? I don't know. He's probably starting to get a bit like, you know, Tom Hanks in Castaway. He's probably starting to talk to the skull. I'd call it Mort, but that would be slightly a bit on the nose with my references there. But here we are. It's music. It's supposed to be dungeon music, but it sounds very battle music-y, actually. Maybe I need to put that into a different folder. Never mind. Here we are. Got our wrist irons on, sat in our cell. Got a tan jug, which is empty. And a tan cup that's also empty. Yeah. Feeling mostly confused, yeah. He doesn't know why his life was spared at the end of the day. He doesn't know why this chap back in Daggerfall really wanted to spare him, save his life or whatever. That's pretty confusing. And how he ended up here in a slightly more cosmic sense as well is a little bit sort of confusing to him, frankly. Precisely what has he done to deserve this? Is what he's thinking. And of course, he's done plenty to deserve this. He was a wanted criminal. He was a thief, and not a particularly good one either. He got caught quite a lot. He spent a lot of time in other prisons and on trial and whatnot. It's part of the reason they wanted to execute him in the first place, because he kept getting caught. They're like, right, we've had enough of this guy. I think we'll just chop his head off. But of course, it didn't work out like that, did it? Didn't work out like that. And now he's stuck in this cave/prison cell under the Imperial City prison, which is not particularly nice. You can hear the rats. I bet the rats come in all the time. Nibble away at him while he's trying to sleep. Not particularly great, eh? And those chains. You reckon he gets tied up on those if he misbehaves? He might do, you know. He'd end up stuck up on the wall like the guy in Monty Python. You lucky bastard. Well, might as well go see who the neighbours are.
Pale skin, snotty expression. You're a Breton. The masters of Magica, right? Nothing but a bunch of stuck-up snobs with cheap parlor tricks. Go ahead, try your Magica in here. Let's see you make those bars disappear. No? What's the matter? Not so powerful now, are you, Breton?
It's not how magic works.
You're not leaving this prison till they throw your body in the lake. Oh, that's right. You're going to die in here, Breton. you're going to die.
Great.
Hey,
The
you hear
neighbour's a
that?
dickhead.
The guards are coming. For you.
Don't know whether that's a good or bad thing.
Yes, sir. My sons. They're dead, aren't they?
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know.
Hello.
it.
I don't like the normal
My
guards.
job right now is to get you to safety.
Who's this gid?
What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open.
Oh, you're not going to kill me, are
Stand
you?
back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
Right, not getting in your way. Not getting in your way.
Stand
I'll be...
aside.
Yep.
Over by the window.
Right,
Stay
you've got it, mate.
away
Yep,
and you won't
okay, it's
get
fine.
hurt.
Really don't want to get killed. Not after all this.
Stay put, prisoner.
Well do.
Good. Let's go.
I'd offer you all a
Not
cup of
out
tea,
this
but
yet.
I don't really
You.
have it.
I've
What?
seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams.
Oh, dear God.
Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength.
You haven't come down here to do weird, horrible, kinky stuff to the prisoners, have you? What's going on?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
What? Who are you?
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
I'd do a spit take if I had anything to drink, but I don't, as it turns out, so... Well, we're not going to ask why we're in jail, because we know why we're in jail. We know full well why we're in jail. But, actually, Arthur is a bullshitter. Oh, yes, he is. He's definitely a bullshitter. I think he's going to play the I'm totally innocent card with this guy. With the, well, if he really is the Emperor. I mean, I suppose we have no reason to assume he's not. He's dressed like one for sure. Why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
Can I have that in writing, please? The Emperor himself said what I did does not matter. You know, just legally speaking, that would be great. But, what should I do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Please take me with you.
You will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Oh, I hope not.
Please, sire, we must keep moving. Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Looks like this is your lucky day.
I'm
Stay
watching.
out of our way.
Oh, I'm having quite a few lucky days recently. Do you want to come with me, Mort? Might as well. Well, if many of you aren't using it, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we've got the use torch hotkey. Great. Brilliant. That's not working, so never mind. We'll hotkey the torch instead. There we go. Grand. Oh, can I get these wrist irons off? No, I probably can't right now. We don't have anything to get them off with. So, sort of stuck with them for now. Oh, wait for me, please. Is there another way? No? Okay, right. Wait, I'm coming. Oh, it's a bit dusty down here.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
Whoa!
Protect yourself.
Well, to protect myself, I'll protect me if you like, but I'm getting the feeling I should just head back to my cell. I think I'll be safe with that. What is going on? Assassin. He said assassins, didn't he?
Are you all right, sire? We're clear for now.
Captain Reno?
She's dead.
Oh
Sorry,
dear.
sire. We have to keep moving.
That's very unfortunate.
How could they be waiting for us here?
Don't know, but it's too late to go back
Ye-
now. Don't worry, sire.
Are you dead?
Get you out of here.
They won't be the first to underestimate the blades. I'll take
Just a few death spasms, I think, apparently.
Stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
What do... you mean I'm... Okay. Right. What's going on? I'm getting mixed messages here, guys. First, you wanted me to come with you, and now you don't? Right, what? Get off! Fucking rats. Put up with you for a week now. You were on the boat as well, you little gits. Right. I'd like to think I didn't actually punch the rat to death so much as I probably kicked it to death. Ooh, hello. Why is it with all these people spasming all the time? Stop it. You dead or not? Make your mind up. I'll take that, though. Ugh. Not much of one for swords, to be honest. Now I shall have my revenge on you, rat. Yes. Rat meets sword. I've wanted to do that for such a long time. I hate rats. Arthur hates rats, I mean to say. Sometimes I talk in character, sometimes I don't. If you're new here, apologies if that's a little bit confusing. To break up your journal, push tab. You can, yeah, whatever, tutorial, get out of here. What the guy's got here? I don't think I want your robes that are all covered in sticky blood and entrails, but, yeah, whatever. I can't take any of your gear, but it's worth a fair amount, so assuming I get out of here, I can sell it. Let's switch to the short sword, though. It's a little bit more my style. Although Arthur tends not to favour blades, actually. He's more of a blunt weapons kind of guy. And not in the Oblivion sense, either, where Oblivion counts axes as blunt weapons for some stupid reason. No, he's more of a... Yeah, not taking that. Just on principle. Role-playing! Yeah, he tends to use blunt weapons. Maces, you know, koshes, blackjacks, clubs, you know, you name it. That sort of thing. Because, more often than not, you can knock someone unconscious with one of them. Instead of outright stabbing them in the guts, which is quite a different thing. I do have a mod installed that will allow me to knock people unconscious if I get them to low enough health and don't kill them with a final blow. It's a bit hit and miss, though. So occasionally we'll knock people unconscious, occasionally we'll accidentally kill them. Such is fighting, really. But the thing is, I don't intend to do an awful lot of fighting, if I can help it, because Arthur doesn't really like violence very much. He's not a pacifist, it's just... He's more of a coward, really. No stranger to a bow, though, because if he's going to fight, he likes to keep the enemy as far away from him as possible. Also, no stranger to lockpick, as I'm sure you would admit. Gosh, Sapphire, get in. As you would... Why am I sneaking with a torch out? Actually, an idiot. Ah! Club. That's more my style. And I'll take these torches as well, thank you very much. Right, let's make you 2. Make you 1. And did I pick up some armor? I didn't. I picked up a shield. We like shields. We can hide behind them. Which of you's got... You. I'll take that, thank you very much. I'll tell you what, I'll take that rusty iron dagger as well. We don't use blazes, I said. However, for one thing, I'll probably use this dagger to get these... Well... We're just going to say that I can get these wrist irons off with it, even though they'll probably be quite tricky and, you know, you might slit your wrists, but otherwise we'll never get these things off. Actually, probably use the club to try and bash them, couldn't he, I suppose? Either way, lose the wrist irons, be gone. And yes, I'm sure someone at this point will say, oh, you should keep the wrist irons, you can enchant them, and they weigh nothing, blah, blah, blah. No, Arthur does not want to keep his wrist irons. They're not souvenirs, they can be gone. Alright, so yeah, you've got your club as well. Fantastic, and some. You know what? We don't want a helmet. That's just the helmet looks weird. And he's not going to wear the boots. Actually, he might do because it's kind of filthy down here. But and all else he's got is sandals. So yeah, actually for now he will wear the boots. But generally speaking, he doesn't want to wear boots because difficult to sneak around in big stonking great boots. Hello. What the? Are you? It's a goblin. With another club. Chameleon and flashbolt. Chameleon probably quite useful. Alright, with the key. Very good. Now practice casting spells. How about we don't? Arthur only knows one spell at the minute. One of his skills is going to be illusion. I'll tell you that right now. Like most Bretons, he does have an affinity for magic, but in his case, it's exclusively illusion magic. He was just sort of born that way. He doesn't have access to it now, but I can tell you in advance he was born under the sign of the shadow. Which means that from an early-ish age, he's been able to just turn himself invisible for one time per day. Now, some people, because I'm playing a thief character, will say, oh, you should pick the thief star sign instead. Or the tower. Now, tell you what. Get away! I'll talk to you more about that when we actually get to it, eh? How about that? I'm getting ahead of myself here. More arrows, good stuff. Healing. Lockpicks, torches. Anyway, the reason I took that dagger, quite apart from getting the wrist irons off, was because, as I said, I have a mod that allows me to knock people unconscious. Now, the reason I have such a mod is, well, one, for a bit of realism, because sometimes you're going to leave someone mortally wounded, as opposed to actually killing them outright. I also have a mod that allows people to surrender and flee and stuff like that, instead of having to outright kill them. But also, well, he mostly avoids combat. Oh god, that's actually horrifying. It's coming this way. Oh god. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can sneak past. Can you sneak past a zombie? Can it smell you? I have no idea. We're about to find out. I don't want to fight it. It might infect me with something, or just eat my brains, and I'm not fond of either of those possibilities, frankly. Let's just... yeah, please don't spot me, or hear me, or anything. You don't even have ears. How could you possibly hear me? But I don't know how the undead work. They're magical. And in spite of the fact that Arthur is actually gifted with illusion magic, he's not studied it formally, academically, or anything like that. He's no mage in the traditional sense. Hello. We can't climb out through there. So he doesn't really know much about magic, and he holds mages in general with the general sort of superstition you would expect of a peasant. And a peasant he definitely is. Let's just say Arthur is accustomed to poverty and leave it at that. Hello, ratties. Ugh. So anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by the undead. Oh, get away. Got leather armor on. They're still nibbling away at me through it. This is what I'm doing here. Yeah. Mind you, these torches don't help very much, do they? But I suppose that's realistic, really, isn't it? I do have a mod that makes the dungeons much darker. I hope you can see this on the video. I will edit it out after the fact, if necessary, to make it so that you can see. Although there are some dungeons where I'm probably going to want to use Night Eye. Either as a potion or a spell, one of the two. Oh, Mr. Rat, I'm going to squash you. Oh, yes, I am. Gotcha. Only 4 times damage? I thought you got 6 times. Maybe it's because my sneak's not high enough or something. Oh, crap. Get off. Wretched little shits, I swear. What have we got here? Let's deal with you first. Why are you sneaking from rats? Because it's nice to get the drop on them for a change. That's why. But also it ups our sneak skill a little bit, which is nice. What have we got here? Where did this come from? Oh, it's been chucked down through there. God, cheese. And a tomato. And more cheese. You have no idea how hungry he is right now. He doesn't even care that this has been down here nibbled away at by rats. He doesn't even give a damn. He's eating it right now. Nom. Give. Even... Actually, maybe not the lettuce. No. That's a big iron warhammer. Not going to be using big iron warhammers. We're going to stick to one-handed stuff. We're not a warrior. That's for sure. Right, I'm sneaking with a torch again. Should stop that. It's silly. It's just I can't see very well. Hello there. Mr. Rat. I'm gonna get you. Yes, I am. Splat. There's another one over there. You'd think they'd be able to smell me, but then I am pretty sneaky, I have to admit. Right. Anyway, I keep getting distracted. The reason I picked up the little dagger is because it does almost no damage, and you may well ask, why the hell would you pick up a dagger that does almost no damage? That's stupid. But I tell you this: the reason I've picked up this dagger that does almost no damage is because, as I said, I have a mod installed that allows me to knock people unconscious, and Arthur is not particularly fond of killing. For one thing, he's a bit of a coward, so he hates getting into fights anyway. Generally speaking, if he's in a fight, it's because he's fucked up. Basically, he's fucked up. He's a thief at the end of the day. He doesn't fight. If he's fighting, it's because someone spotted him and caught him. But for another thing, he's not particularly fond of violence in general. Anyway, sort of a last resort for him. He doesn't enjoy it. Oh, hello. I have one of you. Thank you very much. Wash down that stale cheese with. Right. He's not had a drink in quite a while, it seems, because that hit him pretty hard. Sneak skill increased. Oh, that's always a bit of a dead giveaway. There's someone around the corner, eh? I'm going to just Obviously, he's a Breton, so he's got dragon skin. So if he ever gets into a really nasty fight, you can just panic dragon skin and shield himself, which is useful to have, I suppose. I'm just going to click over to that because I don't want to accidentally feel the temptation to cast healing magic on myself instead of using potions, because he doesn't do healing magic. He doesn't. The only thing he's got an affinity for is illusion, and that's mostly just because he was born under the sign of the shadow. That's the way I'm playing it anyway. As I said, he's probably never been to school. Actually, really, he's typical peasant kid, really. He's never really been formally educated. His father taught him how to read and write. I will say that much. And you may have noticed that a journal mod pop-up came in the top left of the screen when we were just getting started here. And the reason for that is because I've got a journal mod installed, funnily enough. Now, people who've watched my previous playthroughs will know that for both of them, I wrote little entries in the journal. Why? Because I'm a massive nerd, and I do that. I write little journal entries for my character. I like to do writing. I wouldn't call myself a writer, because it's kind of a hobby for me and not a profession. But I do like to do a bit of writing, and those journal entries were not only fun, but also allowed me to practice a bit. So I'm going to be doing them again with this character, because I think they're jolly good fun. And, about 1 in 10 people actually bothered to read them. But I'm going to do them anyway, so whatever. You can just skip them if you don't want to watch them after all. They won't be part of the main videos. They come as separate videos, you see. I'll upload before or after a main part of a video. But yes. I'm off on a tangent again. I was going to say something. Yeah, basically I was talking about how Arthur doesn't particularly like violence and fighting and all that good stuff. And generally speaking, he doesn't particularly want to kill people either. I mean, he's not afraid to, and he has done it before. He has killed people before. But only because he was really forced to. Now, your bandits and your cutthroats and that sort of thing, he's probably not going to hesitate to bash their skulls in because he knows it's either him or them. They're a bunch of fucking lunatics, frankly, and they won't stop with it until he's dead. And he knows that from experience at this point, so he's not going to stop until they're dead or unconscious either, or they've given up. But anyone who's not a bandit or something like that, he's probably going to think twice. We've got a gobbo. Do I just sneak past, or there's a chest over there? That's not going to have anything good in it. Probably not. I mean, what's a goblin going to keep in a chest, eh? I'll take these, though, and I will quietly be on my way, I think. Yep. Arthur will generally do this. He will choose to just ghost on through rather than go out of his way to bash people's heads in. Even, well, I mean, he probably doesn't give a shit about goblins, to be fair. No one does. But even so, there might be more of them around here, and he doesn't want to alert them to his presence, if he can help it. Hello. What the hell happened here? Did he trigger his own trap? What's an idiot? Okay. Goblins, they're pretty stupid, eh? Look at that. Alright, moving along. Oh, there's too much torchlight here, I don't like this. Can't see much in the dark, but that goes for your enemies too. So anyway, he doesn't like fighting and stuff like that, and given the option, he will try and knock someone unconscious rather than outright kill him. He just doesn't like it weighing on his conscience, you know. Ugh. Very easy lock, and I already screwed it up. Great. Sign of things to come. I never was any good at the lockpicking minigames, and here I am trying to play a thief. Not very good at stealth either, as it turns out. And I'm choosing to explain that in role-playing terms, as Arthur's a bit of a crap thief, or at least he is for now. I'm sure I'll get better at it as this goes on. Hello. Oh, those apples. Oh, they're apples. They don't even look rotten either. Oh, want apples. You deal with this first, though. Just quickly sneak around here. Push these logs down here without him noticing, maybe. Come on, just give it a little kick. Oh, fantastic. There were two of them. Good grief. Okay, nice one. Give me those apples. Probably going to sit here and just eat both of them straight away. Very good. Oh. Right, I could make some potions. I'm not going to right now because you can't really see what he's doing. He hasn't got a space to work. But, they're pretty heavy, actually, those. But he is vaguely familiar with alchemy. He's dabbled in it, mostly, for the most part. Mostly with poisons, actually, rather than potions, to be fair. But anyway, as I said, it's taken me a good 15 minutes here to explain this, but... as I said, he wants to try and knock people unconscious if he can. Generally speaking. Hence his preference for blunt weapons. But because of the way the mod works, basically, an enemy only gets knocked unconscious if you reduce them to a certain... I think it's like 3% of their overall health. They will be knocked unconscious. Rather than killed, you see. And sometimes, if you're using a powerful enough weapon, or if you do a power attack or something like that, you'll outright kill him, because you'll blow through that last 3% of health with your final attack and straight up kill him. Which means that Arthur's probably going to accidentally kill plenty of people. That's for sure. I can't see us avoiding that particularly, not without saves coming an awful lot. But in order to mitigate that somewhat, is the reason I've picked up this tiny, crappy, rusty iron dagger that does 1 damage, because... what I can do is, if I've got an enemy down to low health, is I can whip out this trusty, rusty iron dagger and, jab them a few times with it until they fall unconscious. It'd be better if it was a little blunt weapon of some sort, really, wouldn't it? But, unfortunately, I don't... As far as I'm aware, there isn't, like, a little blackjack in this game that you can use instead of a dagger, so... Right, okay. This is a big old cabin, isn't it? My goodness. Right. He's walking off down there. There's another one over there roasting a rat over a spit. He probably can't help but snigger at that slightly inwardly. He likes to see the rats get their comeuppance. He truly, truly hates them. As I said, he's been in prison plenty of times. He's been nibbled on rats. For a good deal of his life, I would imagine. Both for being a peasant, and particularly for being a peasant that gets locked up all the time. Hello. The switch over there. That's too well lit, though. I can't get over there without being spotted. If I can quickly get around here. But just squeeze on through. Uh-oh. Something spotted me. Now, it's worth pointing out, with the mods I've got installed, I can run away and sneak and hide. Even if I've been spotted or I've been in a fight. Just die, you horrible thing! Get off! Ugh. Okay. Right, you'll notice I didn't alert everybody in the entire area. And we can now hide again. But even if we'd managed to get away from him and run away, we would have potentially been able to hide again because of one of the mods I've got installed. I've got a few, you see. A repair hammer. Brilliant. I'm not going to use it right now. I'm not going to bang away with a hammer right now and try to be sneaky. That'd be stupid. Oh, there's a barrel over there. I'm going to wait till this goblin's gone past. I hide that body? Too late for that now. Right. Oh, he's got a mace though. I wouldn't mind that. You don't have anything. You just got rat meat. You're useless. Actually, though, hang on a second. No, it's an axe. Damn it. I don't want an axe. I want a mace. I could try and get that goblin with a shot from a bow, but it's always a bit of a gamble when you use that, isn't it? Another bottle of ale. Yes, I think so. We need one. I don't think he'd normally drink on the job, but likes to keep his reflexes sharp, but right now he needs a goddamn drink. He's terrified. He's probably absolutely terrified. Quaking in his boots is poor Arthur right now. He's surrounded by a tribe of goblins in a cave. This is the sort of place he never wants to be in. There's no good reason to be here, except that he's escaping. The goblins don't have any decent treasure. They will all try and kill him on sight. There's no reasoning with him. And there's one right in his way there. It looks like it's some sort of magic-wielding shaman type character as well. It's got a big old staff. And as I said, Arthur's not terribly fond of mages. Not because he's got anything particularly against them, it's mostly just because he's scared of the buggers, because he doesn't understand them. I might be able to sneak up and whack it again, though. Actually, tell you what, Mr. Goblin's coming back around again. We might better make this quick. And I'm going to have to run if this doesn't work out. Probably isn't going to work out. I'm going to have to run. Oh. Okay, it's running. I should probably run too. Let's go. Oh, God. Ow, ow, that hurt. Running away now, running away. Get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off. Oh dear, this is not good. Probably gonna... Okay, is it coming? Is it coming? I think he's buggered off. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. You would think maybe the goblins stopped chasing us because we've entered an area that it's scared of for some reason, which possibly doesn't bode well. We need a healing potion after that, though. We got stabbed a couple of times. Okay. Did I see a chest back there? No. Actually, there was one. It was just passed through in the other bit, and I'm not going back there. A bunch of angry goblins there. I nearly killed their shaman. No. Seems to be our mutual friends. Uh-oh. Oh, good heavens. Slightly confused assassin up there. Oh, he's finally found his way down. Very good. So what you lot are worried about, they seem pretty incompetent to me, frankly. Okay.
I think that was all of them. Let me take a look around.
Have you seen the prisoner?
Do you think he followed us?
I know.
Purely by accident, mate. Trust me. I wasn't intending to follow you.
Sire, we have to go now.
I would prefer if they'd just leave.
Let me rest a moment longer.
Not going to, though, all right. Hi, hello. It's me again.
It's that prisoner again. Kill him. He might be working with the assassins.
I'd rather you didn't, if it's...
He is not one of them.
No, exactly. Listen to the Emperor.
He must help us.
As you wish, sire.
Okay. Oh, he would have totally killed me. Hello again.
They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
I'm not on particularly brilliant terms with the gods, if I'm honest. Then again, lately, well, who knows?
I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder which sign marked your birth.
Now, well, we talked about this earlier, didn't we? So, yeah, he was born under the sign of the shadow, which has granted him something of an affinity with illusion magic that you otherwise wouldn't exhibit if you weren't sort of a mage professionally, academically studying this sort of stuff. But nevertheless, he can do a bit of illusion magic. Namely, to begin with at least, he can turn himself invisible once a day. Which, yeah, so here's the thing. So a lot of people would say take the thief instead because it gives you particularly 10 points bonus to luck, which is incredibly difficult to increase over the rest of the game, generally speaking. That's 10 levels worth of luck increase, basically. However, I don't really need that much of a point bonus, really, if I'm honest. That's something you're going to get anyway over the course of leveling up and stuff like that. So I'm not really particularly turned on by the thief. I know a lot of people will probably make an argument for it, but whatever. The tower's not a bad one. The tower, well, the resistance to poison is okay, I guess, but it's not that great, because I don't think there's a lot of enemies in this game that really use poison on you. It's not like Morrowind. However, it doesn't mean you can open up an average lock once a day. But again, I'm going to be able to pick that open anyway, generally speaking. Oscuro's Oblivion Overhaul does make it so that if your skill's not high enough, you simply cannot open a chest lock that's like hard or very hard. But we will be able to open average ones. So that's not really a big deal. If it was like open very hard once a day, that might be actually a bit more tempting, but it's not. So, and yeah, apparently we can reflect damage or whatever, but who cares? So I'm going to go with the Shadow, because the Shadow is going to be more situationally useful. There are going to be times, believe me, going forward, believe me, there are going to be times where we are going to want to be able to just turn invisible and run away, or sneak past someone who we ordinarily would not be able to sneak past without alerting them. That this once a day, it's like 60 seconds. It's not an insignificant amount of time. You can get a lot done in 60 seconds. You read into that statement whatever you like. But yeah, 60 seconds of total invisibility is good. Yes, it goes away if you use an object or attack or do anything like that. But still, it's pretty useful in my experience. So we're going to take it. We're going to take it over the other ones. I just wanted to address this because I knew I'd get comments about it. So, yes.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
Oh, what about me?
Your stars are not mine. Today the shadow shall hide you from destiny's cunning hounds.
Aren't you afraid to die?
No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
Oh, Patrick Stewart, you're the best. Can you see my fate?
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
I think I lost you somewhere around Akatosh. Whatever. Where are we going?
I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me.
I wasn't speaking metaphorically.
You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
Great. Metaphorically? Metaphysically? Figurative? Probably used the wrong word there. Whatever. Who are you guys?
We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan.
Okay. What about the Emperor?
My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
Right, cool.
Stick close and let us do our job. You'll be all right.
Okay. I'm carrying the torch, doing what I'm told. Nothing useful on you. What about you? Hello, I'll take that. I'll be with you in a minute. Can't resist a chest, can I? Actually, lockpicks. Lockpicks are good. Lockpicks are good. We need those. They are a finite resource. Oh god! Oh god! I'll just hide.
Not much fun.
Oh god! Someone help! Get him off me! Ow! Ow! Yeah. Get over here, whatever your name is. Ouch! Oh, I'm gonna die. I run! Emperor, save me!
Talos preserve us.
Thank you. Oh. Are you quite finished? It's dead. There's another one up there. Another one. Oh. Alright, you know what? Fine. Let me give you a hand. How is he still alive? There's an arrow in his... Fine. He's very... I think this assassin's having second thoughts. Although... You'd think he might take cover or something?
You're lucky I like
Ooh, get out of my way! Oh god, here he comes. Okay, he finally snapped out of whatever trance he was in. Get him? I'm really sorry about the arrow. I didn't... You got in my way. No one ever told you to not stand in front of an archer. His bodyguards are idiots. Just... Oh, God, you know what? I'm just gonna... Let's see. I'm gonna go check the corpse of the other one. There might be useful information there or something. I don't know. God, there might be more of them lurking around here. Perhaps I should catch up. Right, he's not got anything anyway. For the Emperor! Do they have any idea how ridiculous they sound? Right, you got... Yeah, you good? You killed them all? I think they might have. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they've got them all. Right, great. So you don't need my help. We're fine. It's great. Oh, hello. Gent's got anything for me? No, apparently not. Let's be having that. Thank you very much. Good stuff.
Hold up. I don't like this. Let me take a look.
Right, you do that. I'm gonna just hang about to one side here. Don't look at me like that.
We're almost through to the sewers.
Wow, you guys must have like the world's best perception. I can't even move without you spotting me. Even when you're not looking in my direction. That's crazy. Right, so now what? We going that way?
Damn it! The gate is barred from the other side. A trap!
What?
What about that side passage back?
Uh-oh. There's a lot of galleries up above us, chaps. And doors and things. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. What am I doing going first? Actually, I'd quite like to get out of this bit, though.
It's a dead end. What's your call, sir?
I don't know. I don't see any good options here.
Neither do I.
They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
Something about that, mate. I mean, yes, of course I will. It's going to be fine, right? We're not going to be trapped here and die, are we?
My guards are strong and true, but even the might of the blades cannot stand against the power that rises to destroy us.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
The Prince of Destruction awakes, born anew in blood and fire. These cutthroats are but his mortal pawns.
Oh, you're so mad, aren't you?
Take my amulet.
What?
Give it to Joffrey.
What? Who?
I have a secret son.
What?
And Joffrey alone knows where to find him.
What?
Find the last of my blood and close shut the marble jaws of Oblivion.
Marble jaws of... You've lost your marbles, mate. What amulet? That amulet?
The Amulet of Kings. It is the Empire's sacred emblem of rulership. It must pass to the last of the dragon's blood. Keep it safe from the pawns of the Destroyer.
How much is that worth? Like, I mean, so this is it then?
For me, it ends here. You are our only hope to stem the blood tide. Give me your hand.
What? Why? With all my heart, farewell, sire, my lord, your grace. What do I call an emperor? I have no idea.
Stand true, my friend. May your heart be your guide, and the gods grant you strength.
Well, the gods better grant me strength, because no one else will. Hello. I didn't... You came through a secret passage. That's just cheating. Oh, crap.
No. Talos saved us. We failed. I failed. The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor, and now he and all his heirs are dead.
Glad that wasn't a you failed.
The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
Oh, I know what this might look like, but the Emperor gave it to me. Honest, he did. I'm really not lying. Please don't think I'm lying, because I'm going to be so dead if you think I'm lying.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septim. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
Personally, I think he gave it to me because he's balmy, but they could see more than mere mortal men can. No, I'm sorry, mate. Most nobles are like that. They're all inbred twats, and they're... I'm sorry. I should probably not talk about the Emperor like that. I must take it to... Was it Joffrey? I think he said Joffrey. Yeah.
Joffrey? He said that? Why?
I don't know. Like I said, I think he's mad. But, he said he had a secret son. Yes, he had a secret son. Yes, that's what he said, honest.
Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral.
I'm terrifically glad you're taking all this bullshit at face value, mate. How do I, hypothetically, how would I get there, exactly?
First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial city. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers.
Ugh, the sewers.
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced agent. Am I right?
Well, yeah. Not quite. No. Custom class time. Stealth is most definitely Arthur's specialization. His favorite attributes. Now, there's a good argument to take luck for this. Both in character and out of character. One, because luck's difficult to increase, and two, because he's pretty lucky so far, actually. But really, I think it's got to be agility and speed. Speed's great because it means we can run away. Also, it governs the skill, these particular skills here, which, well, you know, everyone uses athletics, but light armor and acrobatics, yeah, we'll be using plenty of. So that's great, but particularly we want to be able to run away from people. But in agility, obviously, that's a kind of a must-have, really, if you're being a thief character. Personality is a good choice, potentially, but, well, while we will be focusing a lot on speechcraft, we will. Because in our line of work, it's going to be something that, you know, in his line of work, it's something Arthur's going to have to do a lot of, but he quite frequently talks himself into trouble, more than he talks himself out of trouble. So I'm not going to actually pick it, because I don't think he should have an unfair advantage in that respect, because he's not a particularly skilled silver tongue, so to speak. So it's going to be agility and speed. That's what he's truly gifted in, really. He's a very dexterous fella. He's good at jumping around and running and sneaking and all that good stuff. So we're going to go with that. Now, we get 7 major skills, which sadly I feel like is potentially never quite enough, but security, hell yes, he's been picking locks forever. Sneaking, he's been doing that even longer. Like I said, speechcraft, I don't think we're going to pick it, honestly. I mean, no. The problem is we only have 7 major skills to take. If I had 8, I would take speechcraft, but we don't. We are going to take marksman, because he's pretty adept with the bow. Well, you know, fairly adept anyway. He's not much of a fighter, as I've told you. He's no Legolas, let's put it that way, but of all the weapons out there, he's probably used bows the most. Light armor, obviously, that's kind of a must-have. You've got to pick an armor thing, haven't you? Unless you're going pure mage, I suppose. Let's see what else. Illusion, yeah, I already talked about that. Illusion, for sure. I did almost think about going hand-to-hand, having him being quite skilled at fisticuffs, but then decided that probably didn't fit his character very much, so we're not going to do that. Alchemy. We will be doing alchemy, as I said. We'll be doing alchemy plenty. However, I don't think I'm going to pick it because he's only dabbled. He's not an alchemy expert. As I said, he's not a mage, you know. He's not studied this stuff. He's not an alchemist. He's picked up a few tricks of the trade here and there, particularly, as I said, when it comes to things like poisons. So we are going to be using alchemy. It's something that he'll be familiar with, and he will grow much more familiar with as the series goes on, obviously. But it's not going to be a major skill for him, I don't think. Acrobatics is, though. Some might say that's a waste of a major skill slot, but yeah, maybe it is. But we're going to be doing a lot of jumping around. Thieving exploits. And having an advantage in acrobatics would be good. And also, as I said, he's naturally quite talented at that, jumping around and stuff like that. He's runs around on rooftops and stuff. So acrobatics for sure. Blunt, as I said, likes to whack people with a mace or a club or whatever. If he's got to get that close, you know. And that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot, isn't it? Yeah. So there you go. Acrobatics, blunt, illusion, light armor, marksman, security, and sneak. As I said, I'd like to be able to take speechcraft. Or maybe alchemy. But I can't. Because we only get to choose 7. Which is a bit of a shame. So, yeah. Oh well, never mind. Light armor? Possibly a waste. I don't know. But I feel like I should take it, to be honest. Really? Because the problem with light armor is you only ever level it up by getting hit, which is something we don't intend to be doing a lot of. So that's what makes me think I should swap it out for speechcraft or alchemy. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stick with it because if we're not going to be increasing it much at all anyway, in general, then it'd be nice to actually have a bonus in it starting off. I suppose so. And yeah, he's obviously quite familiar with wearing light armor as well, so we'll do it. Who cares? Adventurer. Yeah, fine. There you go. We've got a nice picture that quite fits as well.
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
After the sewers, then what?
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it?
Yes, absolutely, mate. 100%. Yep. Straight there. No distractions whatsoever. Straight there.
Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed.
Right. Yeah, sure. What about you? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
Right. Yes. I absolutely recovered that on purpose so that you could honor her properly, and I wasn't going to sell that for money. I've just... Oh, what bloody DLC? Okay, what? My lord, guess I'll take the potion. I just... they seem to have bug it... Oh, hello. Bug it off. You can't see me. Right. Taking his pocket change. I am not above looting the corpses of the dead, that is for sure. Well, ta-ta for now then, Boris. There we go. I sincerely hope I never have to see him again. Right. Oh, okay. Back out through the sewers, and then freedom. Magnificent. Oh god, here we go. Oh, this is going to be disgusting, but... Oh, it's not Arthur's first rodeo when it comes to sewers, admittedly. More DLC crap. Stop it. Oh, get lost. Right, it's particularly dark and horrible down here, isn't it? Right. So up in here, I got some sunlight coming in through the top there. It's worth pointing out as well, you noticed earlier when we were in the prison cell there were stars outside, because it was night time. Likewise, we will find when we're sneaking around in houses and dungeons and all sorts of places like that, it's best to do it at night time, because all these sources of daylight like this, with the all-natural mod I've got installed, these will go dark at night time. It's a simple thing, but I really like it. It's very immersive, and also it has, as a sneaky thief, it has a tangible mechanical bonus as far as the game is concerned, because it means that if I'm going to go sneaking around a place like this, I should do it at night time, because then there'll be less light. Even down here. There, Mr. Rat. Smack. 6 times damage. Yeah, there we go. It's because I got a sneak up now because we picked it as one of our skills, so I can do 6 times damage now. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, here we go. Blunt 25, illusion 30, acrobatics 30, my armor 31, sneaks already at 39. Get in. Security 30, marksman 30, my army 31. Not bad. Not bad at all. Again, it'd be much higher if we'd actually picked a race that was better at being a thief, like Khajiit. But I didn't, because I decided I wanted my character to be called Arthur, and I decided he wanted to be from Daggerfall. So, that really kind of ruled out Khajiit, really, to be honest. Well, there's daylight outside, that's for sure. Which means we know it's daytime out there, which is great. I think, as well, if it's raining, there will actually be raindrops coming down there. Maybe. Possibly. What I do know is if you're inside a building and it's raining outside, you can actually see the rain outside the window. And if it's thunder and lightning, you can see and hear the thunder and lightning coming through the window as well, which is great. Oh, hello. Let's just give you a quick bump on the noggin. Or at the arse, whatever, whichever works. Right. Okay. Oh, daylight. What is this? It's a sealed gate. Well, it can stay sealed for all I care. Oh my days. Nearly out. Wait. Oh, hello. Leowin. Nah, it's fine. Leowin, with the Better Cities mod, which is what this is, Leowin is probably the laggiest town in the game. I was wondering if there was a little setting there I could possibly do to remedy that, but I don't think there's anything that will really help. Because I know specifically why it's so laggy. It's because of all the plants and stuff there. But that's irrelevant right now. Gate to City Isle. Take me out of this horrible place, please. You don't want to edit race, you don't want to edit birthsign or class. We are finished. Get me out of here. Hello again, Sunlight. I've missed you. Yeah. Go to Wayne and Priory. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Not my problem, mate. Frankly, not my problem.